another early morning and another chance to whisper. And so that means it's another day and another shot at life. And that's all that really matters. One more shot, one more day to learn the guitar, to improve a guitar, to write a song, to shoot a video, to say hello everybody out there. Man, you want to know why I'm whispering? Because it's like 6 a.m. and I'm outside and you can see it's still dark out. But man, look at that sky. Look at that sky. Can we find the moon? No, there's no vampire moon here this morning. We'll try to get the angle right, but man, this is just a message of gratitude. I want to say thank you to everybody out there that tunes into my channel. It's just become this amazing thing. This guy with this bedhead every morning, giving my whispered truths. And man, it's just been an amazing, amazing experience. And I thank every one of you out there. To be able to get up and spread a message, and a message that everybody can relate to. Man, I know everybody's got different experiences out there. And some people, have more experience or less experience. But it's something that we all share. Now, we've got Ace over here joining us right now. And he's having a blast. No. What is that? What is he? What do you got? Bubba, that's a bug. Leave that bug alone. Is that a leaf? I think he's got a leaf. Yeah, he thinks he's going to bring us a leaf inside. Yeah, that's an incredible find that you have. But that's kind of like working on your guitar playing. Sometimes you find just a note or a phrase or a combination, just something that maybe to someone else will seem like a piece of junk. Well, it could be the thing to spur you on to have another good day, to improve on your talent. And, it's that twist of the phrase that keeps you going. Yeah, there's only 12 notes, but it's the way you combine the notes. And, as you get older, you can challenge yourself in different ways. We're not going to be winning any speed contests. I don't think any of us old guys are going to out-gent. And for anybody that doesn't know what gent is, but it's a style of metal. I don't think any of us old guys are going to out-gent the young fellows out there. But man, it's just simple things that we can work on each day and gather knowledge and improve. And that is what keeps you going in music. That is the goal, is to just play better a little bit each day. And man, it's so important to keep going, to keep growing, to keep striving, to keep trying. I mean, I am the example of a guy who's had more adversity and overcome a lot of things. And I know there's guys out there that watch my channel that have been through even more. And man, I salute you guys. It's life can be very tough, especially when you decide to do something dumb like play music for a living. Man, it is a tough road to hoe. And that's why this channel is also very important for the younger guys that tune in. I know there's not as many, but man, these lessons, these things that I teach on my channel are very valuable to somebody who's just getting started in this music business and playing music and being a guitar player. It's just, man, when I think about how long I played in Nashville, I had no idea that I was there for 30 years. I had no idea. And all the players that, I worked with and all the many gigs that I've done, and just, I just kept doing them. I never once thought, man, I've been here 30 years until I realized I wasn't going to be there any longer. And I had to think, when is the time to stop and move and do something different? And, I always thought in Nashville there would be, there's always the potential that you would get a phone call, that an opportunity would come. And, that is true about that place. And every now and then something, a recording session or something would come up, or an opportunity, or a gig with a new artist or something. But, those chances and those opportunities become less and less the older you get. And you start to feel these gigs, man. At 57, when I left Nashville, man, depending on how hard the gig was, sometimes it would be really, really brutal, playing these gigs. And it got harder and harder to do sometimes. And that as you age, you start to realize. I started trying to find ways to make my job easier and making my gear lighter. I see the young guys that were going down Broadway with a half stack and a giant pedal board and 2 guitars, trying to make their way through the crowd. And I thought, man, power on, young man. But man, as you get older, you start, how can I get my tone? How can I do my job and sound great? And have the bare minimum. Make the gear lighter. That's when I switched from tube amps to solid state towards the end. I never had one person say, man, what are you doing using the solid state amp? I never had one person question. I had a lot of people say, man, that amp sounds great. That amp sounds great. And yes, because, as you try to figure out what you can do to make your rig lighter, I switched to solid state amp. And I didn't have not one person said, oh, that amp, it's a solid state. No, man, I still got the same calls. I still showed up and played the same gigs. And I had a lot of people, when they'd see that amp, goes, man, that amp sounds really good. And, the majority of what I was doing in those situations was playing clean tones. A majority of playing in Nashville, that I was playing in these corporate gigs and playing these, kind of loungy type gigs you start playing as you get older. Clean tone was more and more important. And that became the thing that, so using a solid state amp, man, they do sound good clean. Now I would notice that the tube amps sound better with drive pedals. It definitely did. They tend to, be sort of a flat signal with the drive tones that didn't have as much dynamic messaging and things like that with the solid state amp. But man, at the end of the night, my back really appreciated it, lifting up a much lighter amp and putting it in the trunk of my car. So these are the compromises you have to make as you get older. I'm not going to carry a pedal board that, weighs 40 pounds, but thankfully with technology now, we can start playing later and later in life. I know some guys don't like modeling, and I get that. But if it enables you to keep playing gigs, because all you got to show up with is a box, like that, then man, I salute modeling. And I think it is Ace. I think Ace is ready to go back inside. So we'll take this party back inside. Ace is ready to go back inside, as you can hear. So I hope this message helps. I think a lot of people, they want to hear these things and know that, even if you're just playing for enjoyment, man, it's so important as you get old. It gives us a sense of purpose every morning, knowing that at some point I'm going to pick up that guitar and I'm going to make music. And that is what makes life worth living. Okay, Ace, you ready to go inside? Bye, everybody.